Hello, hello, hello. Um, so this happened a week ago, and I'm pretty sure it's practically dead. But Marvel released a trailer for their series called New Warriors. These guys are the new Warriors, and I'm surprised this thing has 3.5K thousand likes in the first place. What the fuck? Yeah. So let's just go straight into this shit.
My name is Daniel Kibblesmith, and I am the writer of New Warriors #1. I got interested in the New Warriors later. I remember seeing them on the shelf when I was a kid, picking up comics in the 90s, and just feeling like they were too cool for me. Like I was intimidated by, Night Thrasher had a blade coming out of his wrist. Nova was really buff. They were all the edgy characters for the 90s, as the cover said. New Warriors, I thought, were really interesting characters because they occupy this really cool space. They're forever young, but they've now been around for 30 years. My editors on the previous books I'd done, like Loki and Black Panther versus Deadpool, asked if I'd be interested in doing a New Warriors tie-in that actually poses them as the authority figures in this conflict instead of the rebels, and I really liked the tension of that. So because the New Warriors are the authority figures in this story, they have to be mentoring new Warriors who are under 21 and subject to the laws that triggered the Outlawed event. This new law is making it illegal to be a vigilante under the age of 21. The artist on New Warriors #1 is Luciano Vecchio. He designed all of the...
Alright, now not getting mad at the artist. It looks fine. The designs are fucking terrible. I'll just say that. I don't like these designs.
New Warriors and gave them costumes that felt as modern as the New Warriors costumes, sort of feel classic and instantly familiar.
How the fuck would anyone get familiar with, oh boy, some dude hiding half of his fucking body with a cloak? Or, oh boy, people with practically the same jumpsuits but with a blue or pink color, with one with 3 dots and one with a snowflake. Or just someone in a hoodie. That design for this green dude over here, that's just a common design for whatever.
So the first character that we're introduced to is Trailblazer. She's a group home and foster kid who is volunteering at a senior center when this mysterious threat shows up and Night Thrasher runs to the rescue. And because she helps him, she ends up in the crosshairs of this new outlawed law. And she inherited from her grandfather a magic backpack of divine origin.
Who the fuck is she now, Dora?
We picked the name Trailblazer because she's somebody who charges into action. She knows that she can do some good with this, mysterious gift that she's
Alright, she's gonna die first.
been given. Screen time is a internet kid taken to its sort of logical conclusion as a
This is already going to go down to shit.
he was exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas, and that
What? Experimental internet gas. They couldn't think of anything creative, any other thing for any sort of superpower, but just internet gas. What the fuck?
has patched him permanently into the World Wide Web. The word screen time is only ever used in a sort of restrictive sense, and because we're doing a story about teenage rebels, a lot of the names are about teens fighting against labels that are put on them. So with screen time, we like...
That's already gonna go down a horrible path. I can already sense it.
The idea that he has infinite screen time. Snowflake and Safe Space are the twins, and their names are very similar to screen time. It's this idea that these are terms that get thrown around on the internet that they don't see as derogatory to take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor. Safe Space is kind of a big, burly, sort of stereotypical jock. He can create force fields, but he can only trigger them if he's protecting somebody else.
That is a fucking useless power. What the fuck? That's such a stupid power, what? Oh my god. Do I even need to explain why that's horrible? I feel like I don't.
Snowflake is non-binary and goes by they, them. Snowflake has the power to generate individual...
Alright, before they start getting into the superpower, so the superhero names are terms thrown around as labels and stuff, and they decide to name the non-binary one Snowflake. Snowflake is a term on the lovely internet, is used as the term special snowflake.
Crystallized snowflake-shaped shurikens. The connotations of the word snowflake in our culture right now are something fragile. And this is a character who...
No, it's not. It's used as a term for someone retarded and delusional, you fucking twat.
Is,
Oh, by the way, their fucking power is also stupid. Just make them... I'm
it into something sharp. Snowflake is the person who has the more offensive power, and Safe Space is the person who has the more defensive power.
The shit's made out of crystal. Shit will shatter the second it tries to come in contact with anything. Or are they gonna just make it made out of diamond, because even then it will still fucking shatter.
The idea was that they would mirror each other and complement each other. B negative is the goth kid. When he was a baby, he got a rogue life-saving blood transfusion, we assume from Michael Morbius. And now he has a very similar look.
This is by far the best character design that there was. It's still bad, but you know, it's one of the best characters that they've announced in this fucking video, and it's still not good. Why the fuck would Michael Morbius bother to save a kid?
And very similar vampire powers. B negative also is obviously a pun. It's a blood type, which is great for a vampire character. And it's also a proud ownership of the idea of having a bad attitude. I want the people who read our New Warriors to...
A bad attitude is not a good thing to have. It just makes everyone not like being around you. I know this personally.
To feel all of the excitement that they felt if they read the 90s one. We wanted to have big, colorful characters, personality clashes, romance, a diverse cast, which is something that the New Warriors titles have always strived to make a priority. Every New Warriors comic has...
That's so fucking ironic.
A pun. It's a romance, excitement that they felt, and it's also a proud ownership of the idea of having a bad attitude. I want the people who read our New Warriors to feel all of the excitement that they felt.
All the excitement everyone felt when reading the originals. That like to dislike ratio isn't looking that nice. 3,500 people actually liked this for some fucking reason. And then there's 156,000 not liking it at all. That's ironic.
If they read the 90s one, we wanted to have big, colorful characters, personality clashes, romance, a diverse cast, which is something that the New Warriors titles have always strived to make a priority. Every New Warriors comic has always felt like a reflection of the year that it came out. And I don't think we're worried about being dated. I think we're way more interested about being now.
Well, you guys aren't in the now. You guys are very fucking dated. Holy shit. I'm tempted to get it on April 15th and just see how fucking awful this will be. I can tell it's going to be fucking awful. Well, that's it. Fuck.